This video is about being patronized and how to deal with it. I would like to start with a definition. What does being patronized mean? According to the Cambridge Dictionary, being patronizing is to speak to or behave towards someone as if they are stupid or not important. Throughout my life, I have had to deal with people patronizing me. People with disabilities, especially those in wheelchairs and with no speech, are prime targets for being patronized. I think sometimes people may compare those with disabilities with babies, because they are in a wheelchair and have no speech. It is not until they have contact with someone who has a severe disability that they realize physical disabilities do not affect people mentally. I think we, as people with disabilities, forget that. I have severe cerebral palsy, which makes my body move by itself, and I also have no speech. With my involuntary movements and when I make noises, some people think I do not understand. When I was a boy, this bothered me because I could not appreciate why people talked to me like I did not understand. I did not get why they treated me like a baby. So I would get annoyed at them and sometimes shout at them. Little did I know then, this did not have a positive effect on them. If anything, I made matters worse by acting like that. A specific example of being patronized is if I needed to pay for something at a supermarket till and the till operator talked down to me but talked normally to whoever I am with. When we are teenagers, we are still growing up and making sense of the world. So at that stage it is easy to take comments personally, whilst others might not be affected. Let's take a completely different example. There are tribes in Africa who live very differently to most of the rest of society. As we do not know anything about those tribes, we tend to stare and whisper amongst ourselves. These reactions are similar to those towards people with disabilities. As I got older, I realized that some people never have contact with others who have disabilities, so they do not know how to interact with them. These days when people patronize me, I just smile back at them. Also, sometimes the person who I am with introduces me to them and makes them aware of my abilities and achievements. I see them trying to process the fact that I have a university degree. I take every opportunity to educate. I also mention I have a disability consultancy where I deliver disability awareness training. My attitude is, where possible, I want to educate others that people with disabilities can achieve their goals, like undertaking a degree or obtaining employment. What I advise people with disabilities and, in particular, children who are being patronized, is remember these people are not fully aware of disability, so they do not know how to talk to someone with a disability. They are not patronizing you personally. They are patronizing because they do not know how to talk to people with disabilities. Whether it is Simon in the chair or Michael in a chair, people would still patronize them. People with disabilities, their family members and their friends must try to take the personal element out of it. Since I am so used to it, sometimes I do not notice it. My friends get cross and want to say something, but I tell them not to worry about it. I hope this video has been useful for you. Please remember to try not to let it affect you. If you think you could say something quick to educate them, that would be great, but don't worry if you cannot.